Ron here, and today we're going to talk about the YouTube algorithm discriminating against and demonetizing various LGBTQIA plus users on YouTube. You know what, let's just say, like, LGBT YouTube discrimination, or something like that. This was brought to my attention by the Serfs. I'm going to link their channel in the underbar. They're good people. Go follow them on YouTube and on Twitch. They're on Twitch now. They played a video by NerdSync, which has gotten very big. I'm going to link that in the underbar too. But the gist of the video by NerdSync that was brought to my attention by the Serfs is that we know for sure now that the YouTube algorithm is discriminating against people who talk about LGBTQIA plus issues. Anything that doesn't have to do with being straight and anything that doesn't have to do with being heterosexual. Full-on heterosexual. No bisexuality allowed, no. Nothing higher than a 0 on the Kinsey scale, evidently. They put forward some theories about this. They think, the people at NerdSync think that it's most likely that there are countries in which it's still literally illegal to be a person on the LGBTQ spectrum that are employing people to watch content, to manually review content, and that might be why these things are getting flagged much more often. That sounds about right. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm an expert in, you know, the inner workings of Google or the Alphabet Company. But that sounds like it's something that makes sense. Trouble is that, of course, it's still super fucking shitty. And maybe we should do something about it. So, here's my idea. I've been thinking about this. I have an idea. We have the sheer manpower. People on the left, in some capacity, have the sheer manpower necessary to basically screw up the algorithm for doing this. And what I mean by that is a very specific thing. We have the power to, through sheer manpower, we can leave likes and comments and share things enough to mess with the algorithm. We can seek out content that is about LGBTQIA plus issues, and gender and sexual minority issues. We can seek those things out, and we can forcibly promote them. When I say forcibly, I mean against the algorithm's wishes. You'll see that, you will observe that in a lot of these things, the likes and even sometimes a subscriber count of the channels are hidden, and sometimes it's done by the content creators because they don't want harassment, but other times it's just done by the algorithm. That happens sometimes, but that doesn't mean that we can't. Here's what I'm thinking. If the people at Google see that systems that are flagged, videos that are flagged by them, by their algorithm as being inappropriate, are getting a lot of traction, and it's going to have to be a lot of traction, a huge amount of traction, then those videos, they might tweak it, they might review it, because they will realize that it all comes down to ad revenue. If very popular videos are not getting ad revenue, then they're going to completely reconsider how they do things. And that's to say nothing of the public blowback from these things. Like anyone in the especially the San Francisco area. The next time you do a pride parade, the next time you have like a pride event or like a pride parade or something like that, you go up to the people who are arranging that and you demand that Google is not allowed to participate in that because they are explicitly silencing voices of the people whom you are celebrating. And you show them the things that we have that are proving that. And, like, I don't mean one person. That would have to necessarily be a large group of people. Like, it wouldn't work, but if you make enough of a ruckus about it, then Google's going to... The people who run Google, the shareholders, are gonna crap themselves. They don't want, especially in the US, they do not want to be seen as being anti-LGBT. So yeah, an idea I've been batting around in my head quite a bit is, like, making a group, like a Discord group or a Twitter group, that actively seeks out this content and votes it up, leaves comments and thumbs up and fucking does the notification bell thing. I would have to make a list of creators that do that kind of thing. Or a list of creators who just are in that spectrum. I might look into that. Or if you're in that community or someone who wants to help out, you could do that. Ping me. Ping me on Discord or something. I'm not on Twitter yet. Still kicked off. I'd be happy to help out in some capacity. But yeah. Like, at the end of the day, I cannot express to you how helpful it is, how much it means to share content, especially to share content. Liking and commenting is important, but sharing is the most important thing. I can't express to you how important it is that you share content that you find useful or entertaining, or even just nice, to spaces where you think that it's going to be well received. In some cases, that's the only way that people can get their message out. Especially people on the left, and especially, we have the numbers now to prove that, people whom are gender and sexual minorities. So yeah, you see something you like, share it. Like, comment, even if it's just like a comment like, a comment for the comment god, or here's a comment for the algorithm. It's important to people who are on YouTube. I don't know what the next video is going to be. I don't know if you can tell by my constant fiddling, but I did that thing where I wrote down a bunch of topics on a piece of paper, and I'm going through them one at a time. This is going to be me sitting down for about an hour and a half, ranting. But yeah, I don't know what video is going to come next after this. Very gentle reminder, I still do have a Ko-Fi if you feel like it's appropriate to provide me with some money, I guess. If you feel like you got any amount of entertainment, if you feel like you got a worthwhile amount of entertainment or informative from this, don't feel obligated to send money to me, because I'm still going to be doing this, whether I get money or not, but every little bit does help. I couldn't have gone up, and me and my mother and my sister wouldn't have been able to go up and take care of stuff with Grandpa if it weren't for people who donated some money to me. I had to fill the gas tank. I appreciate that, by the way, a great deal. So yeah, until we get there, take care of yourselves, alright?